everybody, it's Erin Reed, and today we're going to do some fun little decor for my garden using very simple things from Dollar Tree, which are these cute little glass buttons, whatever you want to call them. What do they actually call them? They call them glass gems. So these are just some plain glass gems. This entire bag is $1 at Dollar Tree. It's fantastic. And I am throwing a whole bunch of them in here with the All Dip and Etch liquid. They got to sit in here for about 15 minutes. So while that is doing its job, I'm going to cut and it will come back after 15 minutes and I'll show you exactly what is going on with them. Okay, so I've taken all the little gems out of the jar and I have, sorry about the green hand, and I washed them off with water, dried them, and this is what the difference is now that you have, or I have etched them. So this is the one that's etched and this is the one that isn't. The cool thing about the etching, just want to kind of show you the difference, is that it now gives it a tooth, the glass a tooth. So I can take my Sharpie markers and just to show you one that isn't etched versus one that is etched. All right, so here I let them sit for about 30 seconds or so. And the one that is not etched, it wipes right off and it's all over my hands. Hence why I've got some other permanent marker. The one that is etched, and I've only let it sit for 30 seconds, I'm using the same amount of pressure and it is staying. If I didn't touch it and I let it sit for an hour or two, it would be permanent and it would be on there. So that is the difference between the two. All right, so what we are going to do is we're going to create little flowers. And I'm doing this on my paper towel so I don't get my craft mats all gross. So basically what you do is you take you're going to take 5 and you have 1 for the center and then you have some that go around in a circle just like that. So it's actually 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 7. Miscounted again. So you need 7 total. Hopefully I etched enough. I think I did. So as you have a flower, you have the center and then you have the outside pieces just like this. Actually, you can get away with doing, oh yeah, no, it's still 5. So I have enough, and I have a few extra just in case I screw some up. So I have enough to make 1, 2, 3, and I think I have enough to make, there we go. So I have enough, and then I have a few extras just that I played with. If you want to throw a plain glass one in there as something different, you most definitely can. I mean, you can switch it up. You can have some plain glass in there with some of the etched glass. That makes it kind of cool. And I have a ton of extra to put in there. Keep in mind, if you're doing the plain glass ones, you cannot color them, which is kind of where I'm going with it. So I might do a little bit of a variety of stuff. So maybe I'll swap some out and then I can get some extra. I can swap some like this. So I can do some, see how they're just a little bit different, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to do a couple of them like that. So there it is. And then I can do one more, maybe where the center is the color. There. So you can just change them up and you can make them however you want. Or if I want to put another etched one in there, I can. So this is where you can have a little bit of fun. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to work with this flower right now. And I'm going to make this a traditional flower. But really, truly, it's whatever pattern you want to do. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to color this. I'm going to color this entire, probably easier on the table, this entire thing kind of a yellowy color. And really get in and do a good job coloring it. And it doesn't have to be super perfect. See? And just kind of coloring it. And that is the yellow center for my flower. See how pretty, right? And now I can come in with some fun colors. So let's make this one a pink one. And so for each of these, I'm going to come in and I'm going to color it. So just like I colored that entire one, I'm going to do the same for all these ones going through. Okay, so that's what I would call a traditional flower, but you can also have fun with it and you can do cool designs. So on this one here, this is where you can really kind of go crazy. And I'm just going to kind of push, actually I'm just going to rotate and work over here with this one. I'm going to do the center in, we're going to do some colors in black. So I'm actually going to do the center in this, kind of make this a bluish flower. So the center is going to have a spiral. So again, this is where you can have fun with it. There's no right or wrong to how you create these. So have some coolness. I mean, just, and I didn't spiral mine out very well. So we're going to kind of add to and make it our own. We are going to end up gluing all these together. So as you get closer to the outside, don't worry too much about what it looks like. All right. From here, now I've got a spiral. I'm going to alternate. So here I have a blue color and it's a very faint blue. So I'm going to start with a blue. And I'm just creating kind of like these stripes. Again, it's a very, very faint blue. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come in and straight. You will see this as it's going through. And careful, my fingers are starting to pick up a lot of stuff on them. So you just might want to clean your hands as you're doing this so that way you don't transfer colors. So then I'm going to come in with the black permanent marker or the black Sharpie and do fine lines. So kind of hitting a couple of different color tones here. So it's going to end up looking like that when it's done. So I'm going to continue doing this pattern of these little fan things going all the way through. First starting off with the lighter color, coming in and just making fans, lines, and I'm going to speed up and show you what it looks like when it's all done. So look how cool that looks. And it's doing different designs. I'm actually thinking I'm going to come back in and do some of this and adding to this spiral here in the center with that other blue color. I'm just kind of actually coloring on top. They do kind of blend. The thing, because these are kind of alcohol based, the colors will blend. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a blending thing happening here. So the color is completely blended in. I'm going to pat that dry, taking a little bit of color off. And I wasn't too thrilled about the spiral because I like the fan shape. So we're going to change that up a little bit. My prerogative. And I'm actually going to continue that star. I kind of like that better. And just really get in and enhance that black star on the blue. Yeah, I like that better. Kind of ties the two pieces in together. And so you've got your little petals, and then there is my center. I mean, there's no wrong way to do that. Have fun with it, kind of play it up, color them solid, color them fancy shapes. Let's see what I'm going to do with the next one. So for this one, I'm going for like a green tone. I'm actually just going to go ahead and color the entire center in this green. So I mean, there's no right or wrong reason. Have fun with it. This is one where I've got sections of it that are the clear glass, so I'm not going to have a petal. The petals are going to show something a little bit different because I can't color on the glass, on the ones that are not etched. So here I have a green, and then I'm going to come in with the lighter green. I'm going to see how well this shows up. Yeah, it's kind of fun. If you just do little pieces, it doesn't show up as well, but if you do larger or color the whole thing, it does show up really well. So color that whole thing in, just like that. Do the same thing for the other two that are etched. All right, so just to kind of take a look to see how this one is going to look. I don't want to have two, there we go, I'm going to arrange it. So look, it's kind of cool. It adds a different element when you have some that are clear. I think I'm going to come in with the black one now and just add spots. Little tiny black spots. Look how cute that looks. It's awesome, right? All right, for this one, the center is clear, but we're going to alternate doing the pink and the purple, and we're going to solid color them. So completely coloring it in. So I'm going to do 3 in the pinky tone. So I just finished 3, and now we're going to do 3 with the solid purple. So I like that. I mean, sometimes you just can leave it simple. You don't have to go and add fancy decor. I definitely like the ones that have like these kind of fun pattern on them, but I like the alternating color. All right, we are now moving into our last one. This is one where I did a little dot. So I'm going to go ahead and color the inside in this dark purple color. All right, so my daughter's here. You want to say hi, Catherine?
Hi.
And she's helping me pick out the colors for the last one. So I think we're going to use this blue for one of the outside, and we're going to do the entire center. Should we do it yellow with black dots?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, here. I'm going to have you come over here. You color that one yellow. Let me close this one out. And then we're going to pick each one of the petals being a different color just for something fun for the end. So I'm going to go with the darker green. So here are our fun flowers. I'm going to go wash my hands. I'm going to show you how to attach them using our super tight adhesive. Okay, first thing you want to do is you want to flip all your little pieces over so they're upside down. So the flat side is now facing up. So make sure they're all flipped over, upside down, and they still look colored. So there really is no back or front, but when we're gluing these together, it works better if you flip them over upside down. So the only one that I have to be careful on the orientation of this one, because it had lines on it, and making sure the lines are all facing in and then they're not, for instance, that's not lined up like this. So just making sure that they're all in the right direction. And then you have to let these sit once we glue them. So this is a super tight adhesive glue. This is a Multi-Grab 360. It's a great glue. It has great hold. So from here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dab of glue, and it's going to hold the two pieces together. So come in and a dab of glue, kind of between each of the sections. This is where you do not want to move it from here on out. So you're going to hold this together, and this is what's going to secure your flower. So there is a little bit of a glue surface that's on the back side that you're going to want to basically not touch for a while, and that's what's going to hold all of your pieces together. It takes a full 24 hours for it to set. You are also going to want a skewer, which is the stem for your flower. So all you're going to do now is you take your skewer, and what I like to do is I like to place it where it goes across 3 of the little gems, just to give it even more of a secure hold, and then place even more glue, just kind of holding it down on the back side. You are going to see a little bit of the stick poking through, but it's part of the whole thing. I'm going to take one more little gem, and I'm going to place it right here kind of on the stick, so the stick doesn't pull up. I'm probably going to place it a little bit closer. So right about there. So therefore my stick actually dries even, and it's not tilted or slanted. So it's a very, very easy process. You're just going to come in, you attach the glue between the sections. Pretty much the center one's going to get a ton of glue. Make sure there is a connection between each one of the gems and then the center one. If a little bit of the glue seeps down, that's fine. I also, while I'm here, I want to connect the two pieces on either side as best as possible. Sometimes you can't because they're not touching, but the more surface area you have of everything kind of sticking, the better chance everything is going to stick and be super firm. So just adding as much glue the back side just to hold everything together. And now this one needs a stick. So come in, find a spot. There really is no good, wrong way to attach this. And then add another, I've got a ton of these little beads, and they're exactly the right height. So just place one right under there so it gets nice, firm and secure. A little bit more glue on the back side of these just to make sure it's all sticking together. And that's it. Pretty simple, right? Let's do this one together again, really easy. So one thing I love about this glue, and heads up, there is a coupon code below for you guys to get 10% off your order, and there's free shipping over $5. It's already a very inexpensive glue, which is fantastic, and it has got very low chemicals and odors. The amount of stuff, glue is going to have stuff in it, and that's what makes it stick to one thing or another. But the amount of stuff that's in this glue that is hazardous is nowhere near as much as any of the other companies that are out there, which I think is phenomenal. I absolutely love that. Just stick my little stick there. Make sure it's getting secured. If I need to add a little more height, I mean, I've got so many little gems, I might need to come in and add another one kind of in the back so everything is, all the gems are sticking together. I'm going to do that to all of them actually. Give them all a secondary gem, just so that it's laying nicely and firmly. There we go. And it's already starting to set on this first one. It's not hard. I mean, I could probably pull all apart together because this does take a little while. Instructions are on the back about how long it takes. But the link is down below where you can find where you can get this. And I'm going to, again, attach the ones next to each other. Going all the way across. And this will dry clear. So it's just, you're looking at the flower from the front side, not from the back side. So don't worry about how kind of messy, quote unquote, it is that looks on the back, because that's not the part that you're going to be seeing. All right, so I'm going to continue gluing up these last couple of flowers, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to let these sit overnight, and I will show you tomorrow what they look like once they are set, and then how cute they also look in the garden. So here we go. They're all done. I let them sit overnight, and they are looking so super cute. There will be some up-close pictures of these so you guys can see them up and personal, but they are so stinking adorable. They would look cute in a vase with a bunch of other flowers, in your garden, in a miniature garden. You could cut the sticks to be as long or as short as you want. That's the beautiful thing about that. And they can also go indoors or outdoors, because this is an outdoor weatherproof glue rated for outdoors. So thanks so much for stopping by, and a fun little summer craft or an outdoor craft for your garden to kind of brighten and bring some little cool evergreen flowers, just using some simple stones that you get from the Dollar Tree, etch all, dip and etch liquid, and some Sharpies and some super tight glue. So thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.